Hello, summer science friends. Mr. Gallagher again, back for week number 3 of our 4-week cycle of activities. It's Tuesday, the second day of the 3rd week of a 4-week plan. And so because it's Tuesday, it's science, so I have on my lab coat and I'm putting on my science spectacles so I can see everything on the trip today. The 2 trips we have today, just looking at the schedule, I planned these a long time ago, and then I haven't looked at them for a while, so I'm excited when I look at the schedule and realize, oh, that's where we're going today. So the first week we did a trip. One of the trips was to leave the planet. Let's go to Mars. Last week, one of the trips was to leave the continent and travel to Europe. Today, we are staying in North America, kind of. Well, for part of it, we're staying on the continent of North America. For part of the trip, we're leaving the continent. Our United States of America is made up of 50 states. 48 of them are on the mainland here, connected to each other. 2 of the states are not connected directly to our 48. Alaska is one of them. It's on the continent itself, but there's a space between the United States and Alaska. Canada, our neighbor to the north, is in between. The other state is Hawaii, and that's out in the Pacific Ocean. It's about a 6-hour plane ride or so to go there. There's even a time difference. It's so far away. And so it's considered part of North America because it has a relationship with it's part of the United States of America, but it's in a separate place. And so that is where you are going today. Today, the first trip is going to the volcanoes of Hawaii. And I know kindergarten students and first grade students often love looking at, learning about, and seeing volcanoes. So that's why I picked this one. It's Volcanoes of Hawaii is the first trip. The second trip is choosing a national park, and then you get to travel there. Our nation has many national parks. The first one was Yellowstone, created by President Teddy Roosevelt over 100 years ago. And then each president since then, almost every president since then, has found ways of increasing the collection or number of parks and respecting them. We have a couple of trips where you get to go to them. Today is a choose. There's a listing of national parks throughout the nation. You pick which one. So pictures to help you choose, or just pick a name, or scroll and count to 7 and pick that one. Each one has a different feature to it that makes it special on why it was chosen to be a national park. National parks are protected lands. That means there wouldn't be development without permission, and there are rules to be followed to keep those parks as beautiful as they are in nature, so people can come in and see them and appreciate nature. So they offer different things based upon where they are across our nation and across our continent. If you've been to Mount Rainier National Park, that's a national park. If you've been to the Olympic Rainforest, that's Olympic National Park. And so some of them you might have been to, so you can revisit them, or see something different in a place that you have visited, or find some place completely different. So I think you will like those 2 trips, Volcanoes of Hawaii and Our Nation by choosing a national park. And our read aloud for today is Ben Franklin and His Kite. And it's a story about the very famous United States person, historian, statesman, inventor, politician, who was very important in the creation of our nation. And it's called Ben Franklin and His Kite. And it's a story about him as a young person and how a kite became an important part of several stories connected to him. So I hope you'll enjoy that. Thanks so much, and careful traveling.